for the first time ever. This is my cow cup. This is one of my favorites. So I have never, ever, ever been able to go live before. But thanks to all of you people who have subscribed to my channel and liked my videos and watched them and given me lots of viewing hours, I am able to go live for the first time. So that is pretty exciting. Yeah. I have no idea what I want to do for this live video. I was just going to go on here and kind of browse some comments and stuff, and then I saw the go live and I was like, I wonder if I can go live now. So here I am. So I guess I'll just talk. We moved into our new house, I think 4 weeks ago, to our beautiful 5-acre homestead, and we have already hit the ground running with projects, as you can probably see from our last few videos. I have a couple big videos coming up. One is our chicken coop that we're building. So we are taking an old horse stall that's on the property and essentially turning it into a chicken coop for my 32 chicks that are all sharing a teeny tiny little pack and play in our office. It is not going well for them because they're getting very big and they're literally like pooping on each other and like they can't sleep because there's no space. So I'm like, Alex, please hurry up and finish this chicken coop. So that's a video coming up. He's been recording a lot of step by step on how he's been building it. But really, we just got 2x4s and chicken wire, and we're building a huge gated run around this horse stall. And he used to have these glove boxes that he built for all the kids, so they're just stacks of glove boxes. So we'll turn those into nesting boxes and put all the chickens in there and pray to God no predators get them and kind of see how it goes. So that's a video coming up. And then the other video coming up is my 5-acre, or not 5-acre, that would be enormous. My 3/4 of an acre garden that I'm doing. I'm still tilling it. I've been tilling it for a week and a half now. Tilling. And to be quite honest, I've listened to every podcast I could listen to, and I just don't want to till anymore. So I'm hoping that my husband can finish that for me also this weekend, because I got to get some more plants in the ground. So that's coming up. He's going to be fencing that in. So we'll do a video on how he fenced in our garden. So yeah, so that's all going on. That's kind of what my days consist of, on top of making bone broth, going to the emergency room because my son shattered his eye bone, shattered it, and then got a concussion. So needed surgery to put a plastic piece under his eyeball because the fat and muscle from his eye kept falling into the break and getting stuck, so he couldn't move his eye. So that was really great and fun. And then exactly 1 week later, my 2-year-old swallows what we thought was a quarter, but it came out as a nickel. So she had to go to the ER because it was stuck in her throat and they had to push it down with a tube. That was 2 days ago. Yesterday? 2 days ago. She did successfully pass that last night. I put my hands on her stomach and prayed over her and then brought her to the bathroom and clink, there it was. So praise God for that. On top of all of that, I have a fair. So me and my sisters run a small business called Ancient Medicine Cabinet, and we have a fair in Stillwater this weekend. So that'll be tomorrow and Sunday morning. So maybe I'll do a live video since I can go live now. Maybe I'll go live there and talk to you guys there. And then my husband and I are speaking at Mache. If you're unfamiliar with Mache, it is the Minnesota Association of Christian Home Educators, Mache, if I spelled that correctly. And we are doing a workshop there about home educating versus homeschooling. So we'll be working on our speech and stuff tonight and our slideshow presentation. So if you haven't signed up for Mache yet, the homeschooling education conference, you really should. We've been going to it since our oldest were, I think, 18 months old, 2 years old. It's very encouraging. yeah, there's speakers where we all listen, and then there's workshops so you can kind of choose what you want to go to and what you want to listen to. But we really like going because we like talking to people. We love to talk to people. And this year we actually get to like put on a presentation, which will be really fun. However, if you know me, okay, and you come to church with me and you talk to me all the time, don't come to my workshop. Go listen to other people talk about things that you haven't heard Alex and I talk about before. If you haven't, then please come. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a slideshow and talk about all sorts of crazy things we've done as a family. So that'll be fun. So that's kind of what's going on. It's really busy, and we keep going to the emergency room. But let me tell you something. Moving to this little place, this little city of North Branch, I'm learning a lot of things, okay? First thing I'm learning is I turned in our paperwork for us to be a licensed homestead. So really, we're just transferring the homestead license into our name. And I go to turn it in at the city office, right? And my husband calls because we're signing that we understand the rules of being a homestead. But there's no rules in this guidebook. It's like this big. It's teeny tiny, super thin. It's like 4 pages. And there's no real rules in it. So my husband calls and he's like, so I'm signing this saying that I agree to the rules, but I don't know what the rules are. Can you tell me? And the people at the city office are like, sir, there really aren't any rules. You have to understand, people out here kind of just mind their own business, and we don't get into people's businesses. And my husband's like, what? like in St. Paul, if you want to like put up a fence, there's rules. If you want to own chickens, there's tons of rules. Like there's so many rules. And out here, they're like, just don't piss people off, really. That's the only rule. So that was an eye-opener. On top of that, we've had, the EMTs here and the police here because I had to call 911 when my daughter had a coin stuck in her throat. And the people at the hospitals are like extremely nice. America, land of the free, with all the rules. And that's what I always thought living in St. Paul. So it's very different for us as a family to experience what it's supposed to be like, even though there are still rules and regulations up here. Like we always are ones that stand for freedom and stand for small government, and to actually experience how oppressive and restricting it has been in St. Paul and how it's less up here, because we're roughly 45 minutes to an hour north of the cities now in a Republican-run area, which we've never, ever, 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 ever lived in a Republican-run place before. It's very refreshing, and it's very like, wow, this is what it's supposed to be like, but even more so. Like even up here, there's rules that aren't supposed to be in place, right? So that's refreshing to learn. But even the EMT people, so they come to the house, right? Because I call 911, and I have a bunch of little kids at home, and I have to go in the ambulance because she still has it stuck in her throat. And I'm scared because I'm not going to have her start choking in the car. Like, you ambulance me there. I guess I'll foot the bill for that, right? The EMT people are like, oh, don't worry. We'll stay here. We'll babysit the kids until your husband shows up. Then he's like, kids, where's the mop? Where's the washing machine? They cleaned my house, you guys. They stripped the bed sheets with all the vomit. They started laundry. They mopped the floors. They cleaned my bathroom. They babysit my kids like, I'm not even kidding you. I was like, what in the world is this? They were so nice. I go to the emergency room. They're like, oh, we remember you when you brought Elias in. Like, how's Elias doing? We were really worried about him. And like the hallways are empty. Everybody's getting top-notch care. Like everybody, like they weren't like legalistic about me wearing my mask. Here, right? It was just totally surreal. And even when like Willow needed her procedure where they were pushing the nickel down, I was like, is it okay if I don't wear my mask? Because, she's scared and I want her to see my face. And they were like, don't worry about it. Hey girl, come on out. So total different experience where they actually care about you out here. Even the officers at the city building were like welcoming me to the neighborhood, asking me what my name was, asking me where I moved from, just a total different experience. So we've been learning a lot as a family, experiencing a lot, and My husband went to the state convention this last weekend to vote for our governor nomination. And hi. And so he got to meet a lot of our representatives that are out here in North Branch. Now, we're familiar with who our House and Senate rep are, but we didn't know who was running for congressional district and stuff out here, so we got to meet them. And my husband is very excited to support some of the running officials out here. I was also there, except they aren't recognizing 2020 Clay County delegates. Oh, I'm sorry. That's very strange. Yeah, so he's excited. He's going to be starting up a class out here in North Branch. And then over the summer, he's going to be studying a constitutional sheriff's class, which he wants to teach. So that's going to be really exciting too. If you haven't taken his Constitution class before, it is unlike any other class you will ever take. Seriously, my husband is an extremely gifted teacher. He has the experience of being a refugee from Liberia, and he is so passionate about what he teaches and gifted by God, seriously, to teach that class. So so that's what he's going to be doing. It is not going to be virtual or recorded. He really likes the in-person stuff. So he teaches one in St. Paul, and so that one will continue. And then he's going to hopefully start up a class up here in North Branch so that locals up here can attend that too. But you can always email him at alexanderbusterdeputy@deputie@gmail.com if you want more information on that or any questions that you want to ask him. So that's it. Thanks for joining my very first live video. And yeah, I appreciate your guys' support. And please like, subscribe, and do all that stuff so that we can really grow this channel and I can do more fun live stuff. And then we'd also eventually like to monetize this channel so that we can get a little bit of a passive income there. So thank you, Corey. And I like you guys a lot. I appreciate you guys' support. And as always, remember that Jesus is coming. So be ready for that. So have a great weekend, guys. Now I got to figure out how to end this video.